plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. I got game, sports dinner. 20 bands for the dinner.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn on this final day of 2023, New Year's Eve. Folks are fine-tuning their resolutions. Fitness clubs ready for that January boom. But these two teams have one more important piece of business to take care of before the calendar turns to 2024.
And I'll be one of those, trying to get it going in January, trying to get my physical fitness on. But first, we've got a game to get on here. Two teams trying to finish strong before they turn the calendar. And on the flight home, I'll be finalizing my resolution list as well.
So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Herbert.
That's caught, and it's Eckler again.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Bringing them out is the 12th-year pro seeking a return to Pro Bowl form, Russell Wilson.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. To throw is Wilson. Steps away to his left.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jerry Judy,
57 yards.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he stopped immediately there.
A tackle made there by Caden Stearns. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he fields it cleanly. Pushing his way through. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list.
And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. 72 yards on the punt return as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, partner, time to start thinking about dinner plans after this one. I don't want to write him off first quarter, but my goodness, the offense clicking like this and a 4-score lead.
We are programmed to not get to that stage, right? To not think that way, but you can't help it. They look like sheer perfection right now with those 4 scores this early. Let's see if they can keep it up, and let's see if there's any way possible they can be slowed down.
Yeah, right now, I don't see any signs of them being slowed down. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it is 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. But you look at this Bronco defense.
They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number one.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. The numbers a week ago for Everett. 5 catches, 64 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass. The latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Herbert on first down now. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. It's Eckler again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Up the middle with Eckler. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now it's Herbert. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Herbert now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now Wilson on 1st down. On the move to his left. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Rolling to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Now Wilson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Steps away. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, It's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Here's Wilson to throw. Out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have got it on cruise control. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Kohlman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Herbert. Man open left side. It's Williams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Herbert back to the air. That's complete to Palmer. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's again complete to Palmer.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. It's Williams on the catch. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. Back to throw again.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Kohlman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, and it's the Bengals who are out in front. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Desmond Ridder, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And things didn't go so well, as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. In the first half, the Broncos got some strong play from their veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. How about these numbers? 3 touchdown passes plus 2 touchdown runs. Just an absolute masterclass in those first 2 quarters.
Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Going to look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now.
And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the move to his left. Powers through. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Now it's Wilson. Rolling to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or 2? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. A quick throw there is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific.
And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following
scoring the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Herbert out left. He's got it to Everett. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Herbert. There's a short throw to his tight end, McKinney. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Herbert over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8.
From the 50, here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, Eckler. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Back to throw. Herbert. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Open man, it's Palmer. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Spiller.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Isaiah Spiller with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
On for the extra point is Folk. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Washington now brings this out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Herbert, he's got it to Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Caught by Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And now here is another interception. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On 1st down, Wilson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 26 yards. And the Broncos are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Marr now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Again, Herbert. There's a short throw to his tight end, McKinney. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's caught by the rookie, Quentin Johnston. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Herbert on 1st down now. He's got another one to Johnston. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Herbert off of play action. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Caught on the slant. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in court. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Steps away. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone. And
not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Chargers getting set to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good win.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Wilson wants to throw it. Fighting through pressure. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Oh, boy, hang on here. Injured player, and it's Russell Wilson. Certainly have to hope this is nothing major. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Marr on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them, and plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert now.
There's a short throw to his tight end, McKinney.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Kelly. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
This is taken around the 12. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Broncos, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.